Tebe, you are visiting my state this morning. We must say the truth and nothing but the truth here. Try to be objective as possible, not to lean on one side in analyzing issues of this nature. It's very delicate, to say the least, that one has to be extra careful in commenting. We have not heard, we only know that the state governor sent a petition to the State House of Assembly over the local government chairman. And the information we have is that demanding for their financial update, how they expended the finances in their different local government. That was the request, and as the local government did not submit, and he sent a petition to the National Assembly. To EFCC. And now the development as at yesterday is that the ICPC, I think the ICPC that has invited them, they are doing their job, and we cannot question what the ICPC is asking. It's an obvious fact that that is what they are established for, to inquire and get that information to know how public funds have been expended. I don't think the governor is wrong to know how monies in sub states have been spent. If he wants to get it for information's sake, why not? If he wants to get the information for planning sake, why not?
Can the president ask the governor to bring statement of account of those?
Yesterday I made it. Let me land on my point. Yesterday I said the president cannot ask a state governor to submit the expenditure of his state. But at the same time, we were here in Nigeria when President Buhari was approving bailout to states because they couldn't pay salaries. That shows that he has an insight of the difficulty they are facing in their finances. So fine. So fine. So I'm not holding forth here, but I'm saying let's look at it both sides. What is the governor actually looking for in the finances of local government? Does he want to get up to date how much they spent and how they are running the state? Because local governments are an integral part of the state government.
They are autonomous.
Their autonomous.
Money is their money.
They are an integral part of governance.
The legislative arm of the local governments can request that from the chairman, and the EFCC or the ICPC, the code of conduct and all of that, as established by the recent Supreme Court judgment when Kogi statement. Let's perhaps put the listener in perspective of what happened. The local government chairmen are the ones who even created problems for themselves. They went on a so-called solidarity visit to Government House. The governor did not receive them. The deputy governor, Dennis Ijahosa, received them. And he said the governor told him that he should tell them to submit their bank statement of their local government, respective local government within 48 hours. And what were they doing at the government? They went to pledge allegiance, loyalty, and all of that, seeking, what do we call now?
Homage now.
It can't be homage. They just went there to psychophancy, and then they got into trouble when they said submit your statement of account within 48 days. They did not, and then the governor wrote a petition to the House of Assembly. We are not saying that necessarily should have led to their suspension and all of that, but they created the problems for themselves. Even the State House of Assembly, where I think they have 24 members, 14 members voted for removal, the suspension and all, and we held the 10 that voted against and those who abstained. But then the House of Assembly also doesn't understand that they are more PDP dominated. And what will happen if the governor perhaps succeeds in not succeed? The governor has gone after the local government chairman with the statement and all, and I hope that the local government chairman will petition the Attorney General of the Federation so that this matter could possibly go to the Attorney General can take up the matter at the Supreme Court and for contempt of court or whatever needs to be done. But the House of Assembly needs to understand they are PDP dominated, just like the local government are PDP people, and the governor wants to remove them because they are APC. Don't also forget that at the end of the day, there are reports we also have that most members of this House of Assembly are already preparing to defect to APC. The Speaker himself, his seat is at stake. If he doesn't defect, and those of them who do not, the governor could possibly come after them after he has gone after the local government. So this is what we must avoid in our democracy.
As I said earlier in the opening, I said we'll try to be objective as possible. And before the 2022 Electoral Act, before the Electoral Act was amended, governorship election, the governors used to hold their election before the presidential election in Nigeria. And once the governors win, once the governors have finished their own election and it's time for the presidential election, once a president wins, you see how governors troop to congratulate the president-elect. The same thing played out here. You cannot say because they went to congratulate or they went to welcome the governor coming, they've committed an offense. You say they.
I've not said they committed an offense.
You say
it's psychophancy now.
No, tell me, don't you? I don't think that language is. They are lawmakers, and your lawmakers, your federal lawmakers, your federal, yes, local government chairman. Your governors here are queuing up to go and visit Mr. President in his holiday home in Lagos, and we have not seen anything wrong with that. Local government chairmen in your state in Benue gather themselves at times to go and say hello to the governor. I don't think anything is wrong in that. What I'm saying is, if the governor has requested, oh, my friends, oh, my local government chairman, you are here, please help me.
They are not local government chairman. They are local government chairman.
Okay.
In
in this part of the world, a governor is like a king. So that's why I'm saying mine. Pardon me. Now, if the governor, in his wisdom, has requested, oh, how are you people faring in your local governments? How are you people doing? Can you help me submit your financial update in the next 48 hours? In his wisdom, I said. And the local government chairman went back and began to grumble. Don't you think there's something to hide, probably? Now, I'm not concluding on that, but if you have gone to the state governor, you should be well prepared for anything. You should be well prepared for anything. They can ask you, how far are you doing? The last administration, you got started with 10 billion. How did you spend it? What projects did you, can I have your update? Maybe it's in a good light, but things turned upside down because they didn't obey the governor. The governor. If Mr. President requests for Governor Alia, please submit what you have done so far regarding some major projects in your state. Let's see how we can assist.
Can the president? No, it's not the issue. This is not.
It's not official.
It is not in the constitution. The local government chairman do not have. The governor does not have the right to request for statement of account from local government.
It is good enough now that the AGF has spoken.
He said they should submit to the secretary, to the office of the secretary of the state government, that will submit to the assets.
Management committee.
The assets assessment or committee that
okay, the one he set up, made up of some politicians.
Exactly.
Well, as I said earlier, we have to look at this issue objectively. What is the intention of the state governor? Maybe the spokespersons of the state governor need to tell us what the intention of the state governor is before we jump to the conclusion. Probably he has his info. He has gathered intelligence that there is an abuse or misappropriation in some quarters. But I'm not saying that he's right in delving into the affairs of autonomous local government councils, because the Supreme Court has said they have autonomy, and I'm good enough. The AGF has spoken up to say that no governor or House of Assembly has a right to inquire how local governments spend their finances. This breach, maybe if you like, you call it need to be explained further. Well, maybe our learned colleagues in the judicial, the lawyers need to explain further what this means in our constitution or in the governance structure in Nigeria. Is it possible? Is it a possibility that the governor must have crossed his lines? Is it a possibility that the local government chairman, their disobedience is also an offense? We need to holistically look at this whole issue so that federals will not be tampered with. Going forward, David, I think they should listen to the AGF. Both parties should listen to the AGF, and the needful should be done in ensuring that the state is not thrown into chaos. These are things that throw states into crisis, unending crisis until the next election cycle.
The good thing is this is an APC state. The federal government, if it were PDP, there would have been issues of, because it's PDP, but it's an APC state. So we'll wait to see how the Attorney General, and all the Federation and all those involved.
I'm very careful. If you listen to me, I'm very careful mentioning political parties in this matter. The election has come and gone.
But that is what
elections have come. Elections have. Well, let's stop this. That is why some of us queried the president yesterday, 2 days ago, when there was an error in his speech about 11 Senate or 11 National Assembly or 10 National Assembly, and they said all of you are elected. And politicians know how to grab such phrase and go to the market with it. I'm careful mentioning political parties. Let's not use political party in this matter. It's state governance we're talking about, and how state finances are being used and local government finances are being used. Let's look at it in that perspective and avoid this issue of throwing political parties into the fray. We have not heard political parties reacting fully on this matter. Yes, the PDP said it is wrong to suspend the local government chairman. Yes, but for we here, I think we should look basically what this intends to achieve when we talk about governance in Edo State.
And we also need to caution the Edo State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Samson Osage, who yesterday, while reacting to the position of the local government chairman, said they should pass through the right channel to express their grievances, and that the State House of Assembly has exercised its constitutional powers. Good enough, the Attorney General of the Federation has told everybody, including him, the Attorney General of Edo State, Samson Osage, that the State House of Assembly has no such constitutional powers to remove or suspend any local government chairman. Irrespective of the politics that is involved, the issues are clear in terms of what we are dealing with. The purported suspension of local government.
I think I like that one.
It must not stand. And the Attorney General of the Federation, if it means whoever can take it up as even contempt of court against the Edo State government, against the Edo State House of Assembly, we must set a precedence with this. This is about the first local government issue that is coming up after the Supreme Court. Almost all the states ran into conducting local government elections to avoid being cut off from the federation, receiving federation account, and all of that. So this is a test case, so that we'll set the precedence, so that no state governor will wake up one morning on the right or wrong side of his bed and think that he can suspend a local government chairman or a vice chairman, go using the House of Assembly or whatever they plan to do. It must end at this Edo State example moving forward.
So the Edo State House of Assembly should also be cautioned not to progress in error if this is seen as an error in some quarters, because we have some people have accused even the National Assembly of being rubber stamped. And this is a clear demonstration of what the rubber stamp assembly is, because people will conclude that they are dancing to the music played by the state governor in distributing his suspension.
They want to be in his good books, and for sure, I can tell them after this local government episode,